Hey everyone, my name is Diego and I'm here with my friend Mariela.
Hi everyone, my name is Mariela.
And do you identify as a person with a disability?
Yes, I have a hearing loss.
Okay.
I use a cochlear implant to hear on my right side, and then on my left side I'm completely deaf. So what I have is that I have a cochlear implant, which is like a metal device that goes inside the cochlea with like a cord. So I have a magnet inside, and then I have another magnet outside right here. I don't know if you can see it, but when you talk, sounds go through the sound waves to this microphone, to the magnet outside, to the magnet inside, to the cochlea, to the hearing nerves, to the brain. I received a cochlear implant when I was 7.
Oh, you lost your hearing? Oh, I didn't know that.
Now you do.
Oh!
I contracted bacterial meningitis. So there are 2 types of meningitis. There's bacterial, and then there's viral. Viral is like getting the common cold. You like it's not that big.
Yeah.
But bacterial, you basically your skin turns black and scaly. Your meninges, which is the membrane that surrounds your brain, and swells up. There's based on my understanding, in 10 people that get bacterial meningitis, about 7 end up with some sort of kind of like mental damage, and then of those 3 that survive, 2 end up with other physical disabilities like walking. It affects your joints. So I was in a wheelchair for about 2 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, now you do.
We would have been wheelchair buddies.
So the only thing I have is my hearing disability.
How did you deal with it?
I mean, I call it the dark ages because I had just come from the Dominican Republic to New York City with my family. Coming to a new country, new culture, new language, just everything new, like being so many miles away from home in the Dominican Republic. And then for this to happen, it just completely flipped our lives. A lot of kids in that age, they don't understand how to interact with someone else that has a hearing disability. So I experienced, some bullying. Well, a lot of bullying. Things got better. I got to high school. I was like one of the top students when I got to high school.
Do you appreciate your disability? Do you like your disability now?
I'm grateful. Like, one of the things that I've learned is that I have hearing. I have my hearing.
Yeah.
If I could go back and take it away, a part of me wishes that my life would be easier, but I also understand that it's just who I am.
What do you think is the hardest part of having a disability?
I think the hardest part of having a disability is probably how to self-advocate.
Why is it important, you think, to advocate for yourself? Because what you have in your car, I think it's an example of a form of self-advocacy.
When I got my first car, when I graduated from college, I got a job offer in Virginia, and I am a bit of a speeder. So in my car, I have a sticker in the back that says deaf driver. Why do I have that sticker? So again, I used to be, like back in my younger days, I used to be a little bit of a speeder. It was nighttime and I was driving / speeding because I was paid for something. And before I know it, behind me, there's like, literally, like, I had never been pulled over before. He was telling me instructions, but I wasn't understanding. I was nervous. I literally just turned off the car and I stuck my hands out the window because I was scared. Like, it could have really escalated very quickly. This officer comes out of his car with his gun drawn, like, on the floor, and he's just like, I was giving you instruction. Couldn't hear what you were saying. Deaf, I couldn't understand what you were saying. And then he just completely changed his demeanor. He basically said, you need to put something in your car to let the officer know or let people know that you are hard of hearing. Since that instance happened, yes, I've gotten pulled over, but my communication with the officer is not as, it doesn't escalate. But just having that on the car is just makes me feel safe.
That actually is a perfect segue. So it's actually 15% of all 911 calls have to do with someone that has a disability. Also, people with disabilities are 3 times more likely to be victims of police brutality because the officer doesn't know how to deal with the situation. So what happened to you, if it had escalated to something where there was aggression and where there was violence, would have been a case of police brutality. And it's really important for people to know that. So we are actually doing a campaign this couple of months that is going to be a series of videos focusing on training police officers on how to better deal with this situation, how better people can advocate for themselves, a variety of different things. So you should totally check it down below. And I think the hashtag for this week should be the title of the campaign, so we can do hashtag hidden victim.
I think the last thing I would like to share is that if you don't advocate for yourself, nobody else is going to advocate for you.
Yeah, it could also be hashtag self-advocate. Hashtag self-advocate.
Hashtag self-advocate.
Thank you so much for being here. Bye.